am the founder of Vegan Fit for Life, and I am so happy to connect with you. I was able to completely transform my life in a positive manner by finding the gym and by changing my nutrition so that I was eating appropriately for my body. And I am very happy and very excited to be able to share that with you. Thanks for joining us. Today we're going to do another body weight workout, and you can do this at home. We are focusing primarily on the legs and the glutes. We're going to get started with doing a warm-up exercise called high knees. This will help warm up the legs, the knees, the hips, and the core. We're going to do the exercise high knees. This is like a dynamic, mobility, explosive, really good cardio exercise. It's also going to help build some bone density. So really, really excellent exercise overall. It really helps us get warmed up. So you can do these standing in place. You can run and do them. I know, like when I was coaching a football team, we used to have the boys run across the field and do them. You don't have to do that. You can absolutely do it standing in place like I'm going to show you. So the object of high knees is to bring your hands out so that they're bent at that 90-degree angle. 45, I always mix it up, and tap the knee onto the hand. All right, so that is like a marching high knee. So you can start slow if that's where you are, which is fun. Now, if we want to make this a more dynamic warm up, we increase the pace of our jog. So here, bring it up. You can see as I do that, I actually lose a little bit of my mobility, which doesn't surprise me a bit. So find what works for you, communicate with your coach, and then choose the appropriate method for you. And that is how you do high knees. And then we're going to move on to a 1.5 rep reverse lunge. So this particular exercise really targets the whole leg. So the quad, the hamstring, but also the glute as we're working on building that. By using a 1.5 reps, we're really using a lot of our own body weight and keeping that longer time of tension on the muscle itself. So this will help build and tone your legs and your glutes. From there, we move on to lunges. So let's do the reverse lunges. We're going to step back, lower, part way, up, lower, part way, up. There's 2, down, part way, up, 3, down, part way, up, 4. The third exercise that we want to do is a seated calf raise. You can do that on a bench, you can do that on a chair, you could do that on a stool. If you want to make it more challenging, you can add something heavy and place that on your legs while you're seated and add a little more resistance while you're doing that seated calf raise. We're going to do a seated calf raise. So we want to have our legs bent at a 90-degree angle. Make sure we're staying up nice and straight and tall. And then it's simply, we're just going to come up onto the toes and lower. And again, raise. You can hold it for a few seconds and lower. If this is too easy, you can place like a weight or a couple weights on the legs. Or if you have a big heavy book, that would work too. But it's just raising, hold, and lower. So nice and slow and controlled, looking for that contraction on the calf, and lower. And then our final exercise is also for our legs, quads, hamstrings, glutes, but it's also for our core. So it's called a squat hold. And with a squat hold, you just want to make sure that you're sitting in your imaginary chair and you literally hold. This is putting a lot of load on the quads, on the hamstrings, on the glutes, and there's no repetition. It's a hold like a plank. So you want to time that out on your phone, or you can use some counting, whatever works best for you. But this is probably one of the most hated exercises. So we're going to do squat hold. Here we are working on developing quad strength, glute strength, some work in the hamstrings, core stability. All right, so again, you can do these feet slightly outside the hips, toes pointed forwards, get your core tight, find that good base. We always want that good base where we have our heel, the toe, and the pinky, the big toe and the pinky toe pressed down into the floor. Inhale, and then simply sit in your imaginary chair. So as we sit here, it really should look like you're sitting in an imaginary chair. We want to try to keep the spine neutral, so none of this, that doesn't do anything. Here, contract the lower core. You should feel this a ton on the legs. You can do it closer, feet closer together too. If you're doing it that close, really, really make sure you're activating lower core so that we're not extending through the lower back. And hold. That's your squat hold. That's our quick body weight workout today. Let me know if you liked it. Let me know how those legs are coming along. You can drop your comments in the comment section and make sure that you like and subscribe so that you get our next workout.